Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamika. This is Library of Tomes, where I talk to you about all the bookish things going on in my life. Hi, welcome back. I hope you're doing great. I am here to bring you a video that I look forward to doing every year, and I look forward to watching everyone's every year. That is 2021 goals. I love the reading goal videos. And this year, I know last year I did not really hit all of my reading goals. I'm not even 100% sure on what my reading goals were, and I didn't do a good job of tracking them. So we are going to start over. We're hoping 2021 will be the year I actually keep up with these goals. This is definitely a priority for me this year. And yeah, I'm gonna hop into them. A lot of them are reading or reading adjacent, and then some are just channel related goals. So let's hop into them. We'll start with the reading goals. So the first goal is I want to read 150 books. I read 100 books, 125-ish as of filming this in 2020, and I really liked a majority of what I read, and I read a lot more stuff that was out of my comfort zone this year, which was good. It made me read more books that I really liked. This year was a bad year for me in general, so the fact that I read 125 books in a bad time of year, I'm pretty happy with it. So I think I can definitely hit 150. That is about 3 books every week, which is one less than I'm usually averaging in a good span of me reading. So as long as I can get back into reading every day, that will definitely be doable for me. The next goal is I want to do more manga related content, and specifically I want to be reading more manga. So my ideal goal is I want to also be reading 2 manga every week, but as long as I'm reading anywhere from like 1 to like 10 manga every month, I think I would be pretty okay with that. I would just like to be reading more manga. I would specifically like to be reading like 1 manga a week at least, and then eventually getting up to 2 manga a week, but we'll see how that goes, because I do have a stretch goal in mind, but I don't really want to talk about that because I've realize if I talk about stretch goals, they don't happen. So 150 is definitely the goal for regular books, and then I would just like to be reading more manga as well. So my next goal is I want to keep up with my spreadsheet. I'm the worst because about halfway through the year I stop using my spreadsheet. I love spreadsheets. I love looking at the stats. I love looking at the numbers, but I get really overwhelmed. So I'm hoping this year I can actually keep up with it. My goal is I'm gonna update it twice a week or after every single book that I finish, but I'm ideally thinking twice a week, because that would get me to a point where I was updating it enough so that I'm not getting overwhelmed with how much I'm updating, and I'm also not like getting behind or anything. I think this will help with my next goal, which is I want to be reading at least 30% authors of color and 70% other. And the reason I'm starting so low is I looked at my numbers this year, and I'm about 20/80 right now. I would ideally like to be 50/50, but I'm trying to start and just start and get where I want to be. I'm trying not to include, I'm trying really hard not to include my manga as a part of that number, but I've done the math, and as long as I'm reading 4 authors of color every single month, if I read 150 books, I will hit that 30%. So that's my goal. That's what I'm trying to do, 4 authors of color every month, or an equivalent of whatever that math works out as. I just want to be including more diverse voices and diverse books into the books that I'm recommending you. And I also just in general want to be consuming more stuff by people who don't look like me. So that's my goal. I really would love to actually hit 35 to 40% this year, but 30 is the bare minimum that I have to hit, or I'm going to be really upset with myself. That is a very important goal that I am going to work toward all year long. This one is a reading adjacent goal, but this is a really big goal of mine. I want to track my spending on books and book subscriptions, and I also want to be doing a no buy rule. So this is not necessarily not buying anything, but I don't want to be doing any excess spending. There are some exceptions to the rule. Specifically, if there's a manga that I want to read and it's not available digitally or available through my libraries, I will buy one that way. It's an absolute favorite. I can buy it, and then obviously, like I mentioned, the books that are like on my Kindle or something like that. And those are some of the exceptions. I do have some auto buy authors like Brianna Hale, that will be an exception. But other than that, I am gonna try really hard to track my spending and not be buying a ton of books, especially a ton of physical books, because I'm just not gonna read them realistically. So the last two goals are actually channel goals, and I'm gonna tell them to you really quickly. They are just, I want to continue being consistent this year. That was a huge thing that I finally got under control and started doing. I want to do at least 2 videos a week, but I'm hoping that sometime in the new year, in the first quarter, I will be up to 3 uploads a week. That is the plan, that is the goal, that is my intention. So as long as we are up to 3 videos a week sometime in the near future, at least 2, that is the goal. I want to continue being consistent and making content for you all. I am so incredibly grateful that we are at where we are right now, because if you would have told me last year at this time this is where we would be, I wouldn't have believed you. So I want to continue being consistent. I want to make sure that I am providing content for you all, because I know that's what you sign up for. That's why you're here. That's why you click on my videos. So I'm going to continue to be consistent. And my video and my most exciting goal that I want to do this year is I want to make more fun content. More content that I am really excited to make. So fun content like I do normally, but I specifically want to do more themed vlogs, and I have one coming up in December that I'm absolutely so excited for. I'm not sure if this is coming before or after you've watched that video, but I'm very, very excited for it, and I am very excited to be making more fun themed vlogs, and I want to try to actually show a little bit of editing and like doing a little more with that as well. So I am so excited for 2021. Don't get me wrong, I'm walking in with my head down, but I'm also really excited. I'm going to hopefully make the best out of this year, and hopefully we'll make some pretty good content. We'll have some good reading, and by the time next year comes around, I will have accomplished all of my goals. And yeah, that's all of my 2021 goals. Let me know what your goals are in the comments, and drop a planner emoji or a composition book emoji if you are here at the end of the video, and I'll chat with you all in my next one. Bye everyone.